Okay, let's just jump right in. Think about it. Businesses are pouring billions of dollars into digital screens, in stores, airports, everywhere. It is a massive investment, right? But here's the crazy part. Most of that investment is flying completely blind, with almost no real data on how well it's all performing. So what if you could turn that blind spot into your biggest advantage? That's what we're going to break down today.
It's such a simple question, but it's a really powerful one, isn't it? I mean, your screens are all lit up, the content is playing on a loop, but can you actually prove who saw it? Can you prove they were even looking in the right direction? For most businesses, if we're being honest, the answer is no. And that's a huge, unmeasured gap in the whole strategy.
And this really gets us to the billion-dollar question that's facing the entire digital out-of-home market. The whole industry is kind of built on this assumption of viewership. But in an age where literally every single online click is measured, just assuming isn't good enough anymore. Without proof, it's just a guess. A very expensive guess.
But let's try and reframe this for a second. What if that screen isn't just a passive display? What if you started thinking of it as your most persistent, hardest-working salesperson? It's on the job 24/7, communicating your message, promoting your products, and engaging with every single person that walks by.
And that's really the heart of it. I mean, you track a human salesperson's hours. You track their sales, their customer interactions, you've got KPIs, you do performance reviews. But this digital salesperson, we often just let it work completely in the dark, totally unmeasured. It's a massive blind spot for business intelligence.
So, this lack of measurement creates what you could call a data black hole. It's just as void, right where all your critical performance metrics should be. And living with this void has some very real and, let's face it, very frustrating consequences for anyone trying to operate these screen networks. If you're running a venue, this probably sounds familiar. Your conversations with advertisers are built on estimates, not hard numbers. You can say how many people walk through the doors, but you can't really verify who saw the ad. You have no way of knowing if your afternoon audience is totally different from your morning one, or if one piece of content is performing 10 times better than another. Heck, you might not even know a screen is offline until a customer complains about it.
In this quote right here, it gets to the core of the market pressure. The kind of accountability that's just standard in online marketing, knowing exactly who you reached, is now expected everywhere. Advertisers want to know their money is working for them. And without verified metrics, you just can't prove the value you're offering.
So how in the world do you fill this data black hole? Well, the solution might just be already installed right above your head. We're talking about your existing security cameras. This represents a really fundamental shift. The old way, it involved a lot of guesswork, right? Sending people out to physically check on screens, relying on these broad, inaccurate footfall estimates. The new approach completely flips that on its head. It uses AI-powered analytics to interpret video feeds from the cameras you already own, giving you real-time, actionable data. It just changes the entire equation.
And here's the best part. This doesn't require you to go out and install new, expensive, specialized hardware. The intelligence engine taps right into your existing security cameras. It turns what has always been a security cost center into a powerful business intelligence asset.
Okay, so if the cameras are the tool, what are they actually seeing? What are the metrics that really matter here? Let's break down the kind of intelligence this system actually gives you. The data really falls into 4 key areas. You're moving way beyond simple footfall counts to understanding true audience attention. Is someone actually looking at the screen? That's measured through face orientation. It also helps with really practical stuff, like getting an automatic alert if a screen is off or if some temporary display is blocking it. And critically, you can start treating your content like a digital ad campaign, A/B testing different creatives to see what actually works. So where can this approach make a difference? Well, the applications are incredibly broad. You've got the obvious ones, like high-traffic retail, malls, airports, and train stations. But think about places like gyms, clinics, fast food restaurants, even corporate campuses. Basically, anywhere you have a screen and an audience, you can start generating value from this data. Of course, data is only useful if it leads to some tangible business value. So let's connect the dots here. How do you actually turn these new analytics into actual revenue?
The path to ROI here is refreshingly straightforward. First, it all starts with accurate measurement. Once you can prove exactly how many people saw an ad, you can give advertisers the verified impression data they're demanding. That verification? Well, that's what allows you to justify higher ad prices. Because you're no longer selling potential views, you're selling proven attention. And the end result is a much, much higher return on your entire screen network.
Now, at this point, I know exactly what many of you are thinking. We're talking about using cameras to analyze people. That immediately raises a big red flag. Privacy.
So let's just address that head on. So let's ask the direct question. Is this system tracking individuals? Is it storing faces? This is probably the most important question to ask, and the answer needs to be crystal clear.
And the answer is an emphatic no. The system is 100% privacy safe by design. It does not use facial recognition, so it never knows who is looking, only that someone is. It does not track an individual's identity. It's fully compliant with major data privacy laws like GDPR. All the processing is done anonymously, turning video feeds into aggregated data points. It counts people. It doesn't identify them.
So we'll end with this one thought. For years, your screens have been totally silent, just working away without any feedback. But now, they can have a voice. So if your digital screens could finally talk and tell you what they see every single day, what do you think you would learn? And maybe more importantly, what would you do with that knowledge?